Alright, hello people, and welcome to the tumultuous tale of shooting day number 2. So, I'm just gonna jump straight into the story because it is quite long. So, picture this. It is Saturday morning. I've woken up extra early for shooting day number 2. I had previously discussed the event with my recording guys so we could just meet up early and get all the footage we needed. Long story short, it did not really work, and all of them kind of didn't have time really and couldn't come, and I didn't want to risk not having enough time to get all the footage we needed. Luckily, we did not go because it actually started raining, which is one of the only good things from this entire story. So, today morning, we then we decided to postpone it to today, and today in the morning I once again woke up extra early and we got the ship out to the lake really well. That's the second thing that went well, and one of the only things again. So we placed the ship at the side of the lake, and one guy went to the other side so we could drive the fishing line, which is normally like attached to one of those right here, to the other side of the lake using the RCEMV Explorer. We went to the other side with a boat and drove the line over there. The guy took it off, and everything was totally fine, and we started driving the boat back to our side to just not have it on the other side of the lake. Then the first thing really went wrong. The connection from the motor to the propeller shaft broke, and the ship was kind of dead in the water. The boat, I mean. But luckily, we have an enlarged rudder here, which is broken off, which is one of the which is one of the other things that went wrong today. So we had to kind of use what I call fish mode and waddle it back and forth, kind of like, hang on, like this, so the boat can actually go forward, which works surprisingly well. That took like 5 minutes, and it was fine. Then I realized I had too many phones in my pocket because I needed a few of them. Crap. I needed a few of them to record all the footage I need. I took them out, and I kid you not, one fell and slid down the shore and a good 2 meters into the lake. I took off my shoes, jumped in like a friggin' hero, rescued the phone, and it miraculously still worked after a good 30 seconds underwater. And that's one of my phones which I have fixed a million times by now, and which I have not installed a water-resistant seal into because I'm just a lazy dude. But luckily it still worked. It's really good that still worked. That was really weird. So we then pulled the ship in the middle of the lake because we wanted to do an iceberg shot, for which the ship had actually come and drive towards us. We tried to pull it, and I kid you not, the line snapped. So we had a bit of a dumb situation then. And we thought, yeah, crap, alright. We have to initiate a recovery process, which normally is drive this thing to the other side. The dude screws his fishing line back on here, and drive back, take the line, bring the ship into your side, reconnect the fishing line, drive the line back to the other side of the lake, and have the guy take it again. So you have dual control again. But we had, of course, lost the engine connection, the motor connection. I had actually taken some glue, and it was drying, but it had to dry first. So we just kind of sat there for a couple of minutes and waited while I was soaking wet from my from my rescue experience previously. So we're just kind of sitting there, and then we thought, okay, it's fine now. We can do this now. Drove the boat to the other side to pick up the line. And then a bad thing happened. The guy on the other side did not screw this thing in properly, and the turning motion off the fishing line while unraveling made this thing fall out, and this line too. So we had essentially zero control. The ship was drifting free in the water, and then to top it all off, while trying to just kind of grab the fishing line with the boat, the connection failed again. So I was able to kind of rescue it again using fish mode, but the ship started kind of drifting away. So I ran to the other side of the lake, sprinted around, and jumped into the water once again. Actually found the fishing line and was able to pull it out, and we were able to kind of pull the ship back inshore. I believe there is a good, funny behind-the-scenes video of that. Of me just kind of in the water looking for the thing, and the ship just kind of sitting there next to me. I think it looks really stupid. So yes. Then I came back out after not being able to find this thing, because this is actually a replacement. He had to run to his home and get one of these, because he luckily had one of those with the exact measurements of this thing. So yeah, I have now permanently lost my thing, but he gave me this because I still need it for some different stuff. So I then, while he was away, manually carried the ship to the other side of the lake, and we then did some shots. We shot Lifeboat 7 lowering away. If you've seen my community post, which I did yesterday in the morning, which was before everything going bad, you can see the lifeboat just kind of sitting here, like dangling on the falls. You can actually see I've modified the davit up here with this copper thing that was for the string, and the other davit did not want to hold on properly, because of course when we finished we still needed to do some other shots which we could not just have a lifeboat dangling. So I just put the lifeboat back. It's still actually holding on, and the other davit just did not want to properly get glued on. So I just kind of threw it in here. I didn't really care. Good. Then the dude actually came back surprisingly quickly with his thing. So we thought, all right, let's finally get some shots in. We were still on our side of the lake, so we decided to just do the onshore shots first. We did some of those, and for that we got the iceberg, which is right here. It's still intact. And then things started going not to plan again. There was no wind the entire time, but of course, as soon as we took out the iceberg, and you can actually, look, if you do this, there is a cutout here for our sea boat. You can kind of place it in here, so the iceberg essentially becomes our sea. The wind started blowing, and the iceberg just kept getting pushed off course, which was really, 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 really bad. I don't even know. It was just really bad timing in terms of the weather and everything. So, yeah, that did not go according to plan. So, we then scrapped the idea and did some more just some more shots which you didn't need the iceberg for. Then finally we got to do some iceberg shots, which worked, and yeah. Then after actually more or less having stuff work properly, a bad thing happened again. We did all of our shots. We had run out of time, and we didn't really do everything we wanted to. While lifting the ship out of the lake for the final time, if you take the poop deck right here and just kind of move it up, you can see the whole structure of the ship is flexing and buckling. Maybe I need to do a far shot of that. The whole well deck and everything here broke off. You can see the cranes got torn off on both sides. The cargo hatch got ripped off. The winch and this weird pillar thing, which I still don't know what that is. So I'll have to glue that back on. The structure of the ship is literally failing. So that was great because it was about to kind of rip in two. If it tears down there, it's just gonna go. Why is the exposure so weird? It's gonna go up here, and the whole aft section is gonna break off. It's still better in tension than it is in compression. So when the stern during the sinking, when the stern is gonna get lifted up high into the air, it's still gonna hold on because it's gonna be pulling down and not being lifted up. So that's not a concern. It's not just gonna break off here. That would be really bad. Yeah. Then we had actually someone helping us lift the ship out here in the middle, and he struck the third funnel, which then got completely crumpled and destroyed. This was there already, but it is miraculous that the funnel is still intact. All the stays got ripped out, of course, but that's the smallest of my concerns because it was really like bent over and had a huge dent. But I mean, I kind of bent it back and it's working now again. Or working, it's looking fine. We have some davit has fallen off here. A lifeboat and its davit have fallen off here. The Marconi antenna just randomly ripped and fell. And you cannot see because I just kind of forced it back into place, but the mast, can you see if I bend it like this? It's cracked. It's just under tension now from the rigging holding it in place. So I think I might have actually forgotten something that went wrong, but I'm not gonna bother retelling this story because this is my fourth take of the video. I always forgot something, so I think now this video is good enough for uploading. Yeah, I still have something to say though for the sinking. I believe that I will actually. I mean, today I had to go into the water a few times. We then did the $1 million shot, which I actually just decided to go into the water. Oy, how did this happen? Railing got demolished by freaking collapsible. Good. I had to go into the water too because last time we tried to do $1 million shot. It didn't really work. It was really difficult to do, but now it actually worked, and that was actually one of the better things to happen today. So I think I'll actually just record the sinking while there. I'll just go into the lake. It's gonna be up to my chest probably, the water, and I'll just record the sinking really close up, like the well deck filling up, water flooding, like the beginning of B deck, and here A deck, the bridge, the collapsibles getting floated off, the funnel falling, the other funnel falling, and just the stern high up in the air with the props. I think that's all gonna look really good because I do not want this connection here to snap again. I think this actually happened once with the iceberg, I believe. I don't know. I'm gonna wish you guys a good day. I can assure you that I did not have a good day today. This recording was now 14.5 minutes long, and I'll just cap it off here. Thank you very much for having listened to this until the very end. Bye, guys.